Hi and welcome back to my channel Coder Kid. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make this great timer app. And this isn't just any timer app. This timer app can show you the hours, seconds and minutes. You can start, reset and stop it. So here's the code of the app and here's the design of the app. We'll be making this app on AppLab, so let's first head over to the design. We can change the background color. I'm going to change it to black. And then we need the numbers right here. We need the numbers and then also the two dots. So let's first grab a label right here. And we need to first change the text color. I'm going to change the text color to purple. Now this purple really needs to stand out so we can see it. I'm going to copy this text color ID thing so I have the exact same color for everyone. So let's go back on that text and copy this. So now we need to change the text to 0 and the ID of this to hour. And we need to have the font size to be a bit bigger. So maybe 20 or 30. Now let's duplicate this 4 times. So now let's align this all next to each other. So we need to have the 2 dots and then the number and then the 2 dots and the number. Okay, so let's first go to the first 2 dots that we need to have and let's change the text of that to the 2 dots. And then let's go to the second 2 dots and change the text of that to the 2 dots. And we need to make sure the position of these is all the same. So the Y position has to be 75 for all of these. So then once we've got that, we need to go to the second 0, change the ID of this to minutes. And the text of this should also be 0. And the third 0, we need to change the ID of that to seconds and the text should be 0. So after we've done that, we're going to need buttons. So let's only grab one first and change the background color of this to black. And we need to increase the font size, maybe to 25 or 22. And then we can change the text color. I'm going to change it to a nice dark blue. And then we need to change the font family. I'm going to change it to Arial Black. Or I could leave it as Arial. And then I need to change the ID of this to start. And the text also to start. I need to duplicate this 3 times. So let's have one up here and one here. So on the one at the top we need to have the text of this to reset. And then the ID of that to reset also. And the text of the third one needs to be stop. Also the ID needs to be stop as well. So there we go, our design is done. We could make these a bit bigger too if we wanted to. So we can just make these a little bit bigger. So now let's go to the code, and let's first drag we need to have a variable first. Let's click on variables and click on var x equals. So we need 3 of these. So we need to have the first one to say s, a lowercase s, equals 0. So now let's copy this 3 times. So now the second one needs to be m and the third one needs to be h, seconds, minutes and hours. Now we need to go to UI controls and drag an on event block. So this should say on event start click. On event start click. We need 3 time loops, so let's first drag 3 time loops. We need to drag these from control, it's here, the second to last time loop 1000 function. So the first one, let's do that. So then we need to go to variables and have the x equals, and then let's go to math and we need a plus. So this should say s equals s plus 1. And then we need to go to UI controls and drag set number. And the set number seconds, so the seconds label right here. So seconds should be s. Make sure it's a lowercase s because the variable was a lowercase s. So now we need to copy and paste the timed loop 3 times. So the second one should say timed loop 60,000. So let's go ahead and write 60,000 in. And then it should say m equals m plus 1. And then let's go to set number minutes, and then a lowercase m. And then let's go to hours, then h, and then h plus 1, set number hour for the hour label, and then the letter should be h for the variable. Okay, so now we need to go to variables and drag this right here. It is x equals nothing. So we need 2 of these. So for our first one, we need it timed loop 60,000, and then it should say s equals 0. And then let's go to the third time loop, and it should say m equals 0. And the third time loop, the time on that should be 360,000 with 5 zeros. So then our start button coding is done. Now we need to do reset and stop, which are quite easy to do. So then when we click on the stop, so on event, stop, click. So when we click on stop, we need to stop the time loop. So let's click on control, go all the way down in the last block, stop time loop. And the stop button stops the time loop. So then for reset, we need to drag an on event. and then we need to on event reset click. Let's find reset, and then we need to have s equals 0. So what we can do is, here we have s equals 0. So let's copy this, click right here, and then click on V 3 times. Or we can just click on it once, then drag set number seconds S. So let's copy that block too, and then paste it right here. Or we could find it and copy it. Okay, so we have S equals 0, set number, seconds, S. So now we need to copy and paste them 2 blocks 3 times. So we need to have one for seconds, one for hours, and one for minutes. So we need to have M equals 0, and then H equals 0, and then we also need to have set number, minutes, M. So let's change this to minutes here. So let's change it to minutes. So the thing might not be working correctly, so we'll just delete that and do that part again. So on event reset click, then we need to go to variables, drag x equals nothing, need to change the nothing into a 0 and the x into an s, then go to UI controls and drag set number, so set number here, so set number seconds, and then where the 0 is we need to have an s. So then let's copy and paste them 2 blocks twice. So we can either copy and paste them 2 blocks twice, or you can drag them again. So now M should equal 0 and set number minutes should be M after that, and then H equals 0. And then we need to have a H here as well. And we need to change this to hour. Or sometimes it might not work, so you can write it in. And we need to change this to minutes. So there we go, the code of our app is done. So now let's run the app. So let's click on start. We can click on reset. And we can click on stop. So we can rename the app to stopwatch or seconds, minutes and hours watch or something like that. It's up to you. Then click on save. We can share this. I will have the link to this in the description box below, and you can publish this on the public gallery of code.org. So that's it for today's video. Please subscribe, like and share. Thanks for watching. Bye.